following program is intended for mature audiences.
You're now listening to the Truth Be Told podcast from Trillmatic.com. Trillmatic.com.
What it do, Trillions? It's your boy Bigg UU. That's right, it's the Truth Be Told podcast. We back, hosted by Trillmatic.com.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somewhere in between the rich and famous and the starving artists. You know what I'm saying? For people that don't know, that's the tagline on the website.
That's the tagline, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Currency for that line. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I got my boy Riffa in the building with me. You know what I'm saying?
All right, double F to the A.
That's right, aka Infidel Castro.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
aka Barry Ross. We aka Lil Bruh Nem.
Lil Bruh Nem.
Lil Bruh Nem. You know what I'm saying?
Lil Bruh Nem.
Lil Bruh Nem. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, we just want to shout out everybody that's been listening and supporting the podcast. Thank y'all.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? First off,
we do it for you.
Yeah, first off, man, for those who don't know, wherever you're listening right now, you can always listen on the website, Trillmatic.com/truthbetold. You can always go there and listen to the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
All day.
Yeah. You can also go to iTunes, Google Play, the iHeartRadio app. We're on YouTube. We're on SoundCloud. You know what I'm saying?
We're everywhere else. You just gotta look.
Right. All the links is in the show notes, man. Like straight up. You know what I'm saying? And we want to shout out our sponsors. You know what I'm saying? Podcast websites.
And they've given us an audience discount coupon for y'all.
Hold up. Before we give them the coupon, we gotta let them know a little bit more about the podcast websites and what is they offer. You know what I'm saying?
Let them know.
Because we're just not gonna be giving y'all free discounts. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So basically, for those people that's out here, y'all are out here, y'all trying to start a new podcast. Yeah. And you're like, yo, I need to host my podcast and I need a website where you can do this in one place.
All
it's
together.
The simplest podcasting workflow on the entire planet. All right. It's got website hosting included, email addresses included, complete daily backups included.
Check.
Website security taken care of. Mm-hmm. Built-in, completely integrated podcast media hosting and those coveted download statistics that everybody wants.
Everybody wants them.
You can publish directly to iTunes, to Stitcher, to Google Play, and more with its own built-in RSS feed creation. All right.
Sounds like you get it all.
Yeah, you get you know what, you get a lot of stuff. A lot of people don't know. And it's what's real crazy is you don't need any design skills, okay? They have a builder it's made by podcast websites, and it's a simple, powerful drag and drop page design tool. All right. It's got unique podcasting specific themes for your website. So you don't have to go around shopping for a WordPress theme like we had to do. You know what I'm saying?
We had to take the long route.
Right. We had to take the long route. You can create powerful landing pages quickly and easily. You get complete podcast cover, branding, and website design help available at all times. You know
all
what I'm saying?
times. You need help, they'll give it to you.
Right. And guess what? It's completely mobile and tablet compatible. So,
and hold up.
It's everything that you need.
It's everything you need at your fingertips.
And if you sign up today, we got something special that was given to us.
Oh yeah. For y'all.
To give to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta sign up today though to get it.
Yeah.
What can they do, Sharif?
What they can do is put in a code at Trillmatic.com/podweb.
That's right.
Get there, and we have a code that you can put in. It is, drum roll please, host me. Host me. Yeah. HOSTME. Host me.
That's right, y'all. That's a discount code, and you basically can get, what is it? It's $10 off a month.
Yeah.
For life. For life.
As long as you're doing your podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
If you plan on doing it for life, then why not get right here with this? Because you already got a discount for life.
For life. So check this out. To get there, you got to go to Trillmatic.com/podweb. Trillmatic.com, PODWEB. All right?
Simple. Handle that.
Yes. Now.
On to the next one.
I got a million ways to get it.
Dig it.
Yeah. Oh, bro, it's been a wild ass week. First off, though, I just got to shout out everybody that's out there that dresses up on a day-to-day basis.
My hat's off to y'all.
Dog, what I mean by dress up, I mean like business casual.
Yeah.
Got some nice slacks.
Yeah.
Women might have a nice little skirt.
Dress shoes.
The dress shoes. Women got to wear the heels.
Got a nice watch on, possibly.
Your shit's pressed gently. I'm gonna tell you right now, I've been doing that shit and I fucking hate that shit.
I bet.
All right. I was talking to my boy Dre, and he was like, cause he's been doing that shit for years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what he do.
That's what he does.
You know what I'm saying? And he understood this shit, especially when you're active in that shit.
Yeah, when you're in a certain line of work, you know what I'm saying? When you different types of jobs require that. You know what I'm saying? And when you have to do it, you have to do it.
You got to do it.
That's a part of your job.
It's a part of professionalism.
Yeah.
But it's fucking sucks.
Definitely.
It sucks because I feel like I'm always adjusting. You know what I'm saying?
Constantly.
It's some bullshit. Like,
You're
it's
kind of just like, man, I don't like this.
Listen, Dre pretty much described it as it's like wrestling an alligator. That's what he described it as. That's how that shit feels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit, it ain't fun. It's not fun. No.
It's not sneakers.
I wouldn't say no man, but
tee.
most men, you know, or a good amount of men, you know what I'm saying? People I know at least, you know, we ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want to dress up. If you don't have to, we don't want to.
Yeah. There's some men out there that
but they
fucking
enjoy
that shit.
to.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. And that's my hat's off to them. That's what I'm saying. That ain't my thing.
Yeah.
That's y'all. That could be y'all thing.
Hey man, hey man, we getting older, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to realize that you got to have some of these things in your wardrobe.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? See,
occasions arise.
Yeah,
and you have to.
I went to a quinceañera and I was like,
quinceañera.
Okay, I'm saying it wrong. I'm saying it like a fucking.
You're saying
American.
it for like you're American, yeah.
Yo, I went to a quinceañera.
I went to the quinceañera.
I went to the quinceañera and I got me some tortillas.
And some chimichangas.
Nah, but like
Napoleon.
I went to fucking to quinceañera.
Yeah.
Quinceañera.
Oh, there you go.
And it was let me tell you something. That's not something that I'm like that I know of.
Yeah, you're not used to. It's not
that was my first one I think I've been to. I heard about him and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
A girl 15th birthday, you know what I'm saying? Growing up.
Right. It's like the equivalent of a sweet 16, but
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
The Hispanic version.
Yeah,
it's 15.
It was fucking lit. And it gets down.
They get down. It's a big thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not no little thing. Like they make it a big thing. It's a big moment in a girl's life. You know what I'm saying?
Do they got that shit for boys?
Shit, I didn't get one. But nah, I think it's more of a girl thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, Sweet 16 is more of a girl thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do American boys get Sweet 16s? Nah.
Yeah, maybe there's some out in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Little white guy named Ashley or something.
Yeah.
He's getting it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I believe there's some
she ain't like
rich people that got money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some of that kid like, I want a Sweet 16 because I can afford it.
They used to have a show on MTV called Sweet 16 where they would do these things with these little parties.
Yeah, with the girls, all that shit, yeah.
They would have little boys on there too.
They did have the boys too?
They would give them you know what it was celebrities' kids. That's what it was.
Spoiled kids.
Spoiled ass fucking kids getting
spoiled kids.
Yukon Denali's and shit.
Like, this is gonna be your car.
What the fuck?
Like, in the meantime, we got you this Power Wheel that's made the exact same way. It actually has a real motor.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck?
In the meantime, we got you a Dodge Viper 2017.
Yeah.
The fuck? I'm trying to live my life like that.
We got you an SUV for when you're older. For right now, ride this motorbike.
Yeah.
I think the car's safer.
4-wheeler. Yeah. Nah, it's just crazy. But I had to get dressed up, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it was a fun experience.
You know, when you
I can tell a lot of money went into that shit.
When you don't do it a lot, you know what I'm saying? You kind of soak it in when you do it. You know what I'm saying? When you do dress up, you know what I'm saying? You kind of soak it in like, not bad. You know, I cleaned up nice.
It cleaned up nice. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
But at the end of the day, when you take it off, you're like,
Jesus Christ!
Finally, I can get back into my regular clothes.
The get home, like those clothes come off like fucking warm ups.
Immediately.
Like basketball
like pull-offs. Like the pull-offs. You just rip like Bruce Almighty.
Fool, I'm doing like fucking Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Ooh. American Eve.
I went Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing, bro. Yeah. Or like, what was the other guy that used to Ultimate Warrior.
Oh shit.
That's how I come in the house, bro. When I tear off my clothes, bro, I'm like running around the house like Ultimate Warrior shit. Yeah,
ripping it off like, oh.
But shout out to everybody that does dress up, man. Y'all do that shit every day. You
exactly.
And you're comfortable. You know what it is? You got to take the time to find out what is comfortable
for you.
You got to spend some money too to get some nice shit that's comfortable. And you know what I'm saying? Listen, when I'm watching those like Clear and Present Danger, you remember that movie? Fucking Harrison Ford.
Yes, Harrison.
I'm like, yo, these bitches are getting down in suits. They're like, you know what I'm saying?
No lie.
This shit's got to be uncomfortable as fucking those suits.
You ain't lying.
Keep your shirt tucked in and shit. FBI is fucking chasing you and shit.
And they got to be dressed to impress.
They got dress shoes.
It's like they ain't got no sole in them shoes, like rubber sole where they can get traction.
They run at full speed too.
Turning the corner, slipping.
Then
you're going down if you're running full speed in some hot dress shoes and you try to hit a corner.
FBI, they not slipping, bro. Because they
got
gonna get your ass. Because they chase you in the woods.
Because it looks like dress shoes on the front, but they got track sole, like track shoe soles probably on the bottom. It's like, don't be fooled.
Yeah. And then when they're done, they kind of like straighten it back up.
Like, adjust that tie.
Adjust the tie and shit. And they go sit down and have a
put their shades back on and shit.
Yeah.
Looking like the Men in Black.
FBI, baby. You know what I'm saying? You heard us saying Lil Bruh Nem. You know what I'm saying?
Lil Bruh Nem.
For those of you that's been keeping up with the hip hop world, there's lots been going on recently. Lot been going on. First off, man, your boys Drake and Rick Ross released the album. But before we get into Drake, and just for anybody that doesn't know, I haven't heard the albums yet. We're going to listen to them this week, and we're probably going to review them the next week. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Give y'all a good, accurate review. Because they just came out on Friday. Trying to review them after a couple of days of listening. You know, we need like a full week to
soak it in.
Soak these in.
You some songs you ain't going to feel, and all of a sudden you're like, you know what, I feel that.
Right.
And some songs you're going to feel, and you're going to be like, I was tripping. I kind of gave it too much. It's just the beat. Or some shit like that.
Well, speaking of just the beat, Rick Ross released his, I don't know if you call it a diss. Kind of a diss.
More of an bringing to light.
A wake-up call?
A wake-up call? Enlightenment?
Yeah. Something like that.
Something like that.
To Birdman, aka put some respect on my name.
Someone he apparently used to really respect. You know what I'm saying? Or used to have a friendship with, at least. Some kind of...
You were asking, you don't really know where this beef kind of stems from.
I did not know.
At one point, Rick Ross was rolling with Birdman.
Yeah.
Probably trying to pick up game, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it was around the time that Birdman was over there in Florida.
Right.
When after Katrina, when, you know, Cash Money moved over to Florida for a while, type shit like that.
Right.
Over there, hooked up with Khaled, all that, with Ross, Khaled.
Miami.
Yeah, Miami. They started connecting.
They connected. You know what I'm saying? Which is what the real niggas do, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And at one point, Rick Ross and Birdman were working on a joint album. And then the album never came to fruition.
No.
And, you know, there were a couple interviews. You could probably, check some of those out on like Breakfast Club or whatever. Rick Ross wasn't talking, I don't want to say he was talking sideways, but he was, you could tell there was some sort of issue that was going on there. Yeah, some sort of friction that happened, and, the album wasn't coming out anymore, and nobody really knew why. So fast forward to today, Rick Ross drops Idols Become Rivals, which is, pretty much going directly at Birdman. It's interesting because, as you all know, a lot of people are, in war financially, especially Lil Wayne with Birdman, and Rick Ross pretty much laid it out all on the table to that dope ass Jay-Z sample. You know what I'm saying?
That beat is disgusting.
Right? It's a nasty beat. Yeah,
love that beat.
That's the second time Rick Ross has done that, because he did that with the he did the remix. He kind of remixed the Souls of Mischief. Mm-hmm. The 98 Till Infinity, 93 Till Infinity, which was dope too. But that's Rick Ross. Let's just be real. Rick Ross understands how to pick beats.
Oh yes,
he's probably in the top 5 best beat pickers.
Yes, selector. Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. He picks his beats.
No doubt. When he gets a beat, you know his album's gonna be full of jams, like the beats.
Right.
You can jam the fuck out of the beats.
Right. He's always got some good beats.
Definitely.
Yeah. What'd you think about this diss though? You think
Well, like we said, was it truly a full blown diss? He put things out on the table, but it was almost kind of because he had kind of still said he was like, I still love you. Right. Yeah, I still love you. Still my nigga, basically. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it almost reminds me of was it the
Wale
J.
and J. Cole?
J. Cole and Wale, exactly. Right. J. Cole and Wale. Like, it reminds me of that, where he's kind of just putting shit out there and kind of, in a way, checking them. He's checking them. He's just like, I'm gonna check you because we have a friendship, a relationship that, you know what I'm saying, that I once really respected.
Yeah. And
now things have happened in time that have made me look at you differently, push you away.
Right.
I don't respect you. We don't have the same respect. And it's ironic because that nigga wants respect on his name.
That's a good point.
But he lost that respect from him, and he's just putting it out there. And this nigga can take it as a diss if he wants, or he can kind of take it as a friend telling you need to correct yourself. You know, you need to look in the mirror and, you know, check yourself.
I mean, you know, he was fucking up. He was kind of disclosing some things that, you know, like about the fake watch and you know how he put Khaled in the hole and
those cars aren't yours.
No. Yeah, the cars ain't his. Yeah, like it's pretty. But let's just be real. Okay, as much as people don't respect Birdman in maybe the rapper sense or you know this gangster sense, you gotta respect his business sense because Birdman had 2 wildly successful runs. All right, most people don't really. Yeah, like they had the whole Cash Money era,
yes,
and then the whole Young Money era.
Exactly.
As you can see right now, Drake and Nicki Minaj and I mean, they're still Drake and Nicki Minaj are they're the top of both of those realms.
Definitely.
Yeah. So he knows how to win. You know what I'm saying? He helped Young Thug, you know, get
he knows how to market. He knows how to get people out. And he's chosen. He's picked well as well. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's picked some artists that he knew he can get out there and that could do something, really make some noise.
Not everyone though. Some people lost.
Oh, yeah, definitely people lost, but they did get a good substantial amount. The thing is,
gotta
he gotta. Nah, he did. Is Tiger still there?
I think Tiger's gone. I think he's gone too. I think he recently left.
I think he left also.
Yeah.
Well, the thing, what I remember one thing he said, Rick Ross said was like you made billions.
And how you make $500 million?
Half a billion. Yeah, there you go. You made $500 million, and your squad is starving. You know what I'm saying? Your team is starving, and you over here you own an island.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think what people don't realize is. Like people going, where's the Carter 5? Where's the Carter 5? Okay. What y'all don't realize is the Carter 1 came out, he did numbers. When the Carter 2 came out, he went platinum in a week. Okay. Yeah. Carter 3 came out, he went platinum in a week. The Carter 4 came out, and this is around the time when Wayne was kind of like getting a little dusted. You know what I'm saying? And that was like weird that he went platinum in a week, especially because I didn't really see as much fanfare around Lil Wayne as it was before. You know what I'm saying? And then now you got the Carter 5 and you know, he has like high standards. You know what I'm saying? There's standards that Wayne has to be set to. There was even talk during that time.
You have to get better.
Well, you do have to get better, but there was at a time period there was even talks of Birdman was buying some of those CDs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
there was talks about that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right? And I believe that they probably invested a lot of money into the Carter 5, and you know they don't think they're gonna make their money back, right? Yeah, because Wayne ain't popping like that no more, right? Yeah, he's just not. As much as people respect Lil Wayne,
other people took off and other people have taken over.
Right? Yeah, Lil Wayne isn't on Drake's level.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like you got to put the money behind, you know, the artists that are gonna win.
That's running. Yeah, that's running it. The one that's on top.
Yeah, but still at the same time, though, with all that said, Lil Wayne stayed there from day fucking one. You see what I'm trying to say? When everybody thought this nigga was fucking crazy, he stayed there and made you all this fucking money. So it doesn't matter if this nigga doesn't come out on top. Or if his album comes out, it's not number 1. It doesn't fucking matter.
It don't matter at all.
You do what you're supposed to do and make sure Wayne's legacy stays intact.
Yeah.
That's what I feel that you should do. You know what I'm saying? As daddy. You know what I'm saying?
As my daddy. Stunting like my daddy.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, it's
fucking horrible though. You know what I'm saying? The way he shit on people. I mean, he was pissed off because he was shitting. He fucked over Khaled apparently too.
Right.
I mean, I didn't even know that. Like, apparently that's probably where it started, or one of the things that kind of kicked it off.
There's been talks around the industry that Khaled is, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Very friendly.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he looks out for people, and he does shit for people, and maybe hopes to get things in return. Sometimes it doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes people fuck you over. Mm-hmm. Sounds like that's probably what made it happen with Birdman and DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To the point where he's put in a hole. But it's funny because, fucking Khaled is always saying, stay away from they. Maybe they was Birdman all along.
Yeah. Were they?
Just saying.
Could be.
Cash Money.
Cash Money, Young Money.
Baby and Slim. Slim Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Silent partner. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Never know.
You never know, man.
Read between the lines.
Right. Hey.
Take it how you wanna.
Yeah. Shout out to Khaled though, because he's really been.
He's holding shit down. He's
hustling. He's getting it.
That fool.
He's had another run.
That fool knows how to fucking make money and how to stay relevant.
Yeah.
And he's on top of it.
Yeah. And I think with his whole Snapchat success, people got to really see how Khaled like really moves. Like this motherfucker really be moving
constantly.
You know what I'm
doing
saying?
Something.
Yeah.
And when he's coming at you at that, on Snapchat, he's coming at you from somewhere different all the time, doing something different. Or we're on location, doing this, or doing that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or if he's not, he's at his house. You know what I'm saying? Doing something.
His Snapchat is inspiring.
Flowers, you know what I'm saying?
It really is. It's really inspiring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It really is.
Yeah.
He fucking. Like, that's someone that you really want to follow, so you can watch and you can kind of look at his success and how he's doing things and kind of how he's motivated. Right. I mean, it's kind of motivational too. You know what I'm saying? You look at it and you're kind of like, man, I mean, the way his outlook on life is, everything. Right. You know what I'm saying? He ain't over there just talking about flashing this, flashing that. He's actually doing shit, trying to motivate you, trying to get you right. Yeah. Good guy, you could tell. Definitely.
Yeah. Shout out to Khaled.
Shout out.
Stay blessed up. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
But side note, while we're talking about Rick Ross, a lot of people are talking about this album is pretty dope. There's some people that are saying that, you know, I peep the trends. I see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And some people are saying that this album is really good, really cold. Some people are saying it's boring.
It's typical.
Yeah, possibly. Typical. Yeah, I mean, you know, I think rap has changed somewhat away from
from what it was.
Like rap. Like just like traditional rap, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you know, maybe he sounds like an old school rapper. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So the younger people, the younger generations, younger critics.
It's crazy how that shit's changed.
I ain't feeling it. Yeah. Oh yeah, it changed before our eyes, and we actually witnessed a change before our music, and didn't realize it was a change because we witnessed some of them 80s musicians fade out. You know what I'm saying? As we were growing up, and then it was the newer one, and we kind of didn't realize it was a fade out, and where are they? Until we got a little older, and we're like, hey man, where you at? We ain't heard from him. Every once in a while, one of them artists would come back, and you're like, is he making a comeback? That's dope.
That's making a comeback?
Yeah. Rocket making a comeback? You know, shit like that.
Right. But these new school generations, they don't give a fuck
they just don't feel like where we were like that.
They don't have
the new generation doesn't care. That's what it is. They don't even care about the old hip hop. They just care about the now.
Because
of social media. No,
it's because of the internet, bro. They just don't have to care.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like they can just consume what they consume, make shit that's similar to it, and fucking do their shit. And they don't care if they don't have
who paved the way,
who's on the radio. They don't care about
the history
of
it. None of it.
They just want their YouTube views and their SoundCloud.
They just want to be heard themselves. They don't care about who paved the way, giving credit, you know, samples of this, you know, things like that. They don't care about it.
But my question is Rick Ross stepping into legendary status? Is he there? Is he there yet?
I don't know if he's there yet.
Yeah. We'll probably know after we listen to this album.
Yeah, definitely. I actually want to hear it to see what he's done. Yeah. I haven't heard of them all, but I've heard a good amount. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I've heard a lot of his earlier ones, so I kind of want to compare this one to those, like see if he's kind of keeping it old school, or if he kind of has that kind of change, like he's kind of went, you know, evolution type shit. Or, you know what I'm saying? I want to see if this literally gets him up to that status. or if he maybe needs to come out with an album, another one. You know what I'm saying? One more after that to get to legendary. You know, I don't know if he's legendary yet. I don't know if he's legendary.
Yeah, he's not there.
I don't think he's there yet.
In the South?
He definitely has done a lot. Cannot deny that he has been consistent and he's been here for a while.
Like, how many people do you know, with the exception of Eminem and 50 Cent because of their beef or whatever?
Yeah.
How many people do you know could get that many verses from Jay-Z?
You ain't lying.
You know what I'm saying?
Obviously, he has a good relationship with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Real recognize Real.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I know there's a lot of all that
got some
talk
hits
back
too.
in the day about Ross, you know, Officer Ricky and all that other shit.
Well, I mean, you know, like...
People had jobs before they fucking became hip hop artists.
Yeah. It's funny. I see the new age kids and they call him Officer Ricky, and I'm like,
yeah, like, you don't even.
But your favorite rapper was on a fucking TV show.
Yes,
you know
exactly. Degrassi.
Yeah, Degrassi. Just saying. You know what it is? I think that people are upset because they felt like he lied.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Which is the truth, but I mean, I wouldn't lie. I'd be like, yo, bitch, hell yeah, I would see
and
that.
Real Rick Ross came out and he kind of didn't help the scenario.
Well, to be honest with you, Real Rick Ross, Freeway Ricky Ross.
Yeah, there you go.
He's been trying his hardest. I think he lost a lawsuit to get his name, and you know, so it's just not working out for Freeway Ricky Ross.
No, it ain't.
He's got to move on.
He needs to.
Yeah,
he needs to. It's like, just accept it.
Yeah.
Accept it. You have to.
Try to get a movie made about your life. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Like, focus on that.
Lifetime.
Yeah. Fucking Lifetime. Fuck. Lifetime originals? Hell nah. That shit would be so gay.
I know, I just had to throw it in.
Could you maybe
as some comedic relief.
So fucking trash, yo.
Lifetime.
Yeah, Lifetime originals.
Freeway Ricky Ross.
Starring Wendy Williams. You're not finna sell drugs, boo.
Oh my
You're not gonna sell no drugs, boo.
Not out of here.
Yeah,
oh
man.
God.
Drake releases album too. There's a lot of talk about his album. There's some people that saying it's a great album, but
don't you feel those critics that shitted on Ross possibly because they love the new age?
No, it's actually funny because a lot of people are just saying that they feel like Drake needs to fall back and, you know, maybe live some life.
Is it more hip hop or is it still singing? Is it still R&B?
It's gonna be that.
It's still his money maker.
It's a shtick.
It's what's making his money. It's what's keeping him at number one.
Right.
Why change what got you there?
Right.
If that's what got you there, he's gonna stick to that recipe.
Yeah.
And
that's what it feels. I think what people are talking about. It feels like a recipe.
Yeah, it's his recipe.
But I haven't heard his album yet, so I don't want to. I'm not going to talk too.
Can't say that this new one is that recipe. Yeah. I haven't heard.
I'm actually hoping that I'll be impressed by this album. I actually want to be impressed.
I do. I definitely do too because.
And this is coming from somebody that's not a Drake fan.
Yeah, there's a point where I liked him, but I'm no longer a fan. Like his progression made me not a fan, and you know. Yeah. I just want to see if he can take it back to get me back on board. You know what I'm saying? I want to see if he can do that because
you know what's real crazy? I enjoyed, like, a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of Future fans didn't like it. And a lot of Drake fans didn't like it. I actually enjoyed the Drake and Future collab album.
Actually, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
I liked it.
It was actually pretty good.
I actually liked it for both of them.
Yeah, for both of them, right?
Because I'm a person that, you know what I'm saying, I give Future respect for, you know, kind of creating
his own sound.
His own sound and everything. In the age of, you know, people just jocking other people's shit,
right.
He created.
And they try to jock his shit too.
Yeah, and many people have jocked it after. So it's like with him, and I still never really was like a big fan of Future. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I have respect. Like I said, I respect his own shit.
Last two albums they just dropped.
I haven't heard
the Future album. He dropped. But that album was the Future. It was. He dropped one album, Future, and then he dropped the second album, Hendrix, the next week, and he had he's like the first artist to have 2 number 1 albums in consecutive weeks. Yeah, because this album number 1, and next week the other album dropping that one number 1, that one number 2. He's the first artist to hold the number 1 and number 2 spot. You know what I'm saying? Nice. Something like that. But
nice.
The first one was kind of trash. The second one was actually pretty fire.
Yeah.
There's a couple tracks. It's pretty fire.
The second one reminded you of what he did with Drake.
No, but it was actually it just had better songs.
Better than what he did with Drake or
some of the songs, yeah.
Okay, so
I feel like Future he has a formula too.
Oh, he does.
But in the second album, I feel like he kind of strayed away from it a little bit, which I like when people expand. You know what I'm saying? They stretch themselves.
Yeah.
Like what Kanye's always done. He's always stretching himself. I always enjoy when artists do that. Just because, it's just different. Some people, some people don't mind. They like the same shit over and over and over. Kanye West, if he was still doing that Chipmunk sound shit right now, he would be so washed, bro.
The thing is, it's not for everyone to go and try different things. That's the thing. Yeah. Like some people can make it happen and it's good. The way Kanye went around and tried different things, he made it sound good. He did good. Other people try to do it, they don't make it work.
Right.
So and then they keep trying. It's like, you should probably give that up.
Right.
But and you know what I'm saying, and that's when people have that recipe and they stick to it, because if they try to venture out of that recipe, they probably fail.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't blame people for trying to, or for not venturing off their style, maybe try something different. I guess like it's the whole, if it's not broken, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you can't get mad at it, but you know what I'm saying? It does get a little, it becomes a recipe. You know what I'm saying? It becomes that, and you're just like, I already know what to expect. Yeah. So I do like somewhat some differences in music. Right. Yeah. It doesn't have to be an extreme difference. Right. You know what I'm saying? It could be subtle.
Yeah, it can be subtle.
But you know what I'm saying? When
it goes a long way.
Like, exactly. Yeah. But when you don't do it, it's like, I expected this. I knew it.
Yeah, I knew this was going to happen. Yeah. T.I. had a formula. T.I. was one of my favorite rappers at one point, but then his formula started getting like kind of repetitive. Like I knew what the first track was going to be like. I knew the second track was going to be like. I knew the third track was going to be. I just started to understand his formula, and then it just got uninteresting. Now T.I.'s, it gets dull. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not to say nothing against T.I. because T.I.'s he's one of my favorite rappers of all time,
and he still kills the mic. Yeah. Not saying that he's not going hard on the tracks that you're talking about, but you're like, it's just
Justice
a
or Else
disappointment
album was actually pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's just a disappointment of you kind of know the movie before you go watch it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's almost like a spoiler alert. Like I spoiled it for myself because I already know.
Yeah, it's like Tupac movie. It's like spoiler alert. Yeah. He's gonna die at the end.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Can you spoil that for anybody?
Yeah.
Exactly. But Reboot. We're gonna keep the hip hop juices flowing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be, we're starting off real hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Hop.
Another legend. Some people say a legend. You know what I'm saying?
Allegedly a legend.
Allegedly a legend. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna call him a legend. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Snoopy D.O. Double Jizzle.
Definitely a legend.
Televizzle. You remember that shit he had?
Snoop Dizzle Televizzle.
Yeah, some shit.
Some shit. Yeah.
When he was doing the izzles,
I remember that shit.
Jizzles.
It was all the whole screen, TV, and all. Yeah, I remember that. shit.
Listen, y'all.
Snoop been around,
man. Snoop has been around.
Yeah, and he still is relevant
to the point where the president of the United States, POTUS, name checked him. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Donald Trump called out Snoop Dogg. For those of y'all don't know, let me. Snoop Dogg released his video Lavender, with production from Bad Bad Not Good. Who y'all know who he is? He actually released the producer released the album with Ghostface Killer. I think about maybe 2 years ago.
Man.
It's dope ass.
Another legend.
Album. Y'all should go check that out.
Another legend. Ghostface.
But they released a new video where they kind of hypothetically shot an hypothetical Donald Trump. Okay, hypothetically speaking. You know what I'm saying?
Does the applause come in right now, or
I don't know?
Is this when it comes in?
Yeah, let's put it in. Fuck it. Yeah,
and that was a great applause.
Yeah. Fucking no, but there's a lot of people that's upset.
Yeah,
a lot
it's definitely going to be
conservatives.
People are like, that's not tasteful at all.
You need to show respect to your goddamn president.
He's the commander in chief.
Shit. Yeah. No, but like, I mean,
this shit was funny to me when I saw it.
Okay, listen. Was it really that bad?
It's not that bad.
Is it that bad?
It's not that bad. Did he call Donald Trump and say, "Hey, can I use you for my video? I need you to stand in." Nah. You know what I'm saying?
Did he get like too realistic and had like a real gun go through. Like,
exactly. I was
the bullet, the real bullet goes bullet time.
Yeah.
Through his skull,
and then there's blood everywhere, and he's laying on the ground,
like a Deadpool
dead.
shot or whatever. His brains
and
out.
You see the hole through his head, and then he falls, and he's dead. No, he didn't even die.
It didn't die.
What happened? A fucking. What was it? Pow?
Yeah, the little bang.
The little bang? Yeah, bang.
The little flag bang pops out.
The flag bang.
So for those of y'all don't know, this
video
is basically Snoop Dogg in a world where everybody is a clown. Yeah, everybody's got the makeup. They got the handkerchiefs tied up in a knot together.
Yeah. That never end.
That never end. You just keep pulling out your pockets and shit. Yes, shit like that.
Yes, everyone has clown. Everything around is clownish. You know what I'm saying? They have lamps that are clowns,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Rooms that curtains are clowns.
Police.
Everything's clown. You know, I don't even know if there's curtains, but still, everything's clowns. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Donald Trump, the clown, comes out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Snoop fake shoots him.
Yeah. Snoop's like, tired, he said he's tired of these clowns. That's what everybody's a clown. Talking about. Everyone's a clown. He's tired. And when he sees it, he's like, I'm going to do something about it.
Right.
So he gets ready and he leaves.
Yeah.
And the next scene is him holding the gun over there to Donald Trump.
I think even glitter came out with it.
Yeah.
A couple little glitter flakes came out. That's what came out.
Yeah, there was a dude videotaping a cop shooting somebody in a car, you know what I'm saying? Right, he pulled out his camera and, you know what I'm saying? And everyone's a clown, you know what I'm saying? Everyone. You know what I'm saying? It's not racial, you know what I'm saying? Because he had, the dude who was recording was black, he was black and he was a clown.
Is it not? Because would this have happened with Obama?
Oh no. Well, to an extent it's racial, but I'm saying his video wasn't racist where he's like labeling all white people clowns. Right. Because he had the black dude who was a clown.
Right, it was everybody.
Everyone's
you're right. It wasn't a racial
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's my point.
You're right. That's true.
It wasn't racially driven. You know what I'm saying? Because at first he's kind of looking, you're seeing it's white people, but then he has the black dude who's a clown, of course. And you're like, okay, so and it's
we're all clowns.
We're all clowns. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm not a clown.
Yeah.
I'm Snoop Dogg.
Exactly. And I'm one of the Doberman pinchers.
Yeah, but I let's be real though. If this would have happened with like, I don't know,
it wouldn't have happened with Obama.
Let's say what was the band that sang Sweet Home Alabama?
Oh God.
Yeah, okay, so let's say it was
that
one of them
band,
and they did that to Obama. Would it have been seen as racist? Possibly.
Yeah. I would say
fucking libtards.
Yeah. Yeah. People would be like, that's not racist. Yeah. Like, that was racist.
That was racist.
That was fucking racist right there. Yeah. So, I mean, either way, you can't, there's going to be that divide.
Right.
That 50-50.
There's always going to be that divide. Yeah. But.
Not necessarily 50-50, but there's always a divide.
A couple things came out of this. Bow Wow.
This fool.
Bow Wow tweeted at Donald Trump because Donald Trump was pretty much kind of shitting on Snoop a little bit.
Yeah, he wasn't happy.
His failing career and all.
He's probably like, I thought we were friends, Snoop.
We performed at the fucking Vegas Strip together. What the fuck?
I watched one of your shows.
Yeah, you
stayed at the Trump Hotel.
Yeah, they probably were friends, like Hollywood friends, but
shit changes when you
become president. Dog, could you imagine you become president?
Of a president?
Could you imagine becoming president? How everybody would fucking treat you, dog? God damn! Some people would cheer for you, but some people would be like, "Fuck you,
like, fuck you."
Yeah,
I don't like you.
Yeah,
and then you have to open your mouth, and I don't like you.
Right.
That's how it is, though.
I mean, as far as what Bow Wow did, he basically tweeted out some shit to Donald Trump in defense of his uncle.
Like, don't disrespect my Uncle Snoop.
You know what I'm saying? He basically said,
that is like his uncle though. Pretty much is. It is kind of like Snoop kind of put him on. Yeah, that's why he ends up Bow Wow.
Right.
He ends up like take it on kind of.
Yeah,
he's kind of like his uncle.
The tweet, it's deleted now, but I'm pretty sure you can find the screenshots.
Find it somewhere
online. But he pretty much said, "Hey, shut the fuck up, Donald Trump." Before we pimp your wife and make her work for us. Yeah. All right. Now. All right. First off,
Bow Wow.
Yeah. First off, are we taking threats to Bow Wow to any fucking? Are we taking any of that serious? No, I'm not. I guess maybe you have to know Bow Wow to be like, yo, he's just bumping off at the mouth. You know what I'm saying?
He's defending his uncle.
His uncle,
kinda.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You take a shot at him, and he's gonna react. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't see nothing wrong with him reacting. It's funny what he said.
Yeah, it's funny what he said.
It's funny.
God damn, yo, he's out here putting her to work. Melania
Trump.
If they would have said that about Michelle Obama,
man.
which they did say some, they said some foul shit.
They said foul shit. They went as far as the whole monkey thing, dude.
Yeah, they did all.
They went as far as that, and I was just like, that is fucked up.
She never did anything
to nobody.
She never did shit to anybody. All right, she never did anything stupid. She never
very respectful as a first lady.
Very respectful, smart,
funny. Went and volunteered to do things, you know, for good causes. You know what I'm saying?
They're trying to attack her right now. Now, I mean, listen, they're trying to attack her right now because, well, they're not trying to attack her, but they're trying to undo some of her shit. Where she was real big on the health kick.
Yeah.
She was trying to get kids to get active, and then she kind of changed it to schools lunches and shit.
Yeah.
Kids upset because they don't want to eat that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's be real.
As a kid,
Fruit Loops ain't Fruit Loops without the sugar, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
I don't want that whole grain shit, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want no stale ass fucking. It looks fruity, but it don't have no kind of flavor. Yeah. Like, you're tasting, you're just like.
Apparently, that's what she's serving to these kids. I don't know. I don't know for sure.
We're not in school, so we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. I'm not in school. I don't have any kids in school, so I don't really know. But I'm hearing there's a lot of kids that are upset because they don't eat that shit. All right, and
that's when you bring a sack lunch.
And I'm trying to sit here and I'm trying to think about the times when kids enjoyed eating at fucking school. When do fucking kids enjoy eating fucking?
Did we ever enjoy?
I mean, you had to eat shit, right? Like
there were things that
you had to have your chocolate fucking milk.
There were the days that I loved. Yeah. That I was just like, yes,
pizza day. That's the only day anybody liked. Pizza. But even that pizza was kind of was shit. But it was still
you could go buy it at Walmart
shit.
Or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like that little cheap Subway looking on a sub bread type shit.
And when they got Fruitopias, it was OV, baby. It was over.
There was days and shit like that people look forward to and were happy, but that was because that was the best shit we had on the fucking menu. Other days we're like, I don't even want to fucking eat this shit.
Yeah, you still want to eat that shit, man. Yeah.
So what'd you do? When you were older and you could have you could do it, you'd leave school and you'd fucking go get some food from somewhere else.
Right, because you don't eat that shit.
Like, I ain't eating that shit. I ain't on school lunch.
You remember that fucking Mickey's that was down the street? Because there was nothing else in the by high school.
Have you seen everything now?
That's what I'm saying. They got fucking McDonald's. They got fucking Wendy's, Jack in the Box. They got Taco Walmart,
Bell, Sonic.
They got all that shit.
Everything.
We had the fucking Mickey's where you had to go get the fucking gizzards
or whatever. They got that barbecue.
They got the Pizza fucking Hut right across the street.
Everything.
They got Freddy's.
So they can't complain.
They can't complain.
Even
a little bit further down, they got the Subway. They got Little Caesars.
Little kids that got to deal with that lunch and can't leave.
Yeah, they can just walk.
Bring a lunchbox. Bring a lunchbox.
Yeah,
bring a lunchbox and bring your own fucking.
We had to get in the car and drive all the way down to fucking Mickey's to get chicken tenders.
Yeah,
dry ass chicken tenders from the gas station, and that was like
gas station pizza slice.
Right. That's what we had to get.
Good pizza slice on the compared to the school pizza slice.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what we had.
Or just buy chips in a fucking sandwich that was frozen in the fridge area.
Yeah.
You know,
they're trying to undo all of Michelle Obama shit.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Which I feel like she's just trying to make everybody healthy. And it's like, yo, you can't fault her for trying to help people be better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't attack her for that.
Because she's linked to Obama.
Right.
Forever. You know what I'm saying? For the Obama administration, she was the first
lady. Could you imagine if it was like
that? They want to erase everything they've done. Everything they've done, they want to erase it.
If Melania had did that shit, they would be on her fucking nuts, dog.
Yeah.
Well, she just wants to make everybody healthy. Stop feeding your kids bullshit. Yeah. They would be all over that shit. Yeah. Now they're like, no, I want to feed my kids bullshit.
Look, she knows what she's talking about. I'm like, get out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
When someone else does it, they shit on them when they don't like them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If she was to do it like you said, all hail to her. So when Bow Wow said that shit, I laughed. It's fucked up. You know, bringing in someone's wife, definitely.
Right.
You know, I'd be mad.
Yeah.
Anyone would be mad. Like, it's the scenario.
Are you mad enough to feel like they should be killed?
Not at all.
We're gonna play a little clip from Fox News. I forget her name on Fox News. She pretty much...
This is crazy.
She put her own thoughts on what should happen to Snoop and Bow Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
In obscure loser news, Bow Wow is back. Bow Wow, previously known as Lil Bow Wow, previously known as washed up rapper, previously known as washed up actor, currently known as dumb and desperate, came to Snoop Dogg's defense after Mr. Trump tweeted about Snoop's video in which he mock shoots the president. Bow Wow, also known as Shad Moss, also known as Tiny Shaft, also known as Sad Little Bitch.
Oh, my God.
He is a dog, mind you. Tried to make a bigger name for himself by tweeting this. Ayo, real Donald Trump, shut your punk ass up talking bleep about my uncle Snoop Dogg before we pimp your wife and make her work for us. So Lil Weenie just threatened the First Lady with sexual enslavement. I'd say that's a crime and punishable by jail time, but given the career of Little Shad, a.k.a. knee pad Shad, that would be a step up. Oh, it's got to be hard 20 years on to change nothing but your name. Meanwhile, don't hold your breath for any feminist or media outrage. It's not like he threatened Michelle Obama. Different rules apply. See, since Trump once said sexist stuff, Melania's open game. That's the argument from some feminists who are looking for any excuse to smear the woman. What cowards they are. Oh, well, the washed-up rapper has since deleted that tweet. I guess that makes Bow Wow a big meow.
Oh, my goodness.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was pretty...
Good takedown.
Yeah,
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back after...
You just destroyed whatever little bit of
He is a
career
big
had
meow
left.
meow.
I like the knee pad thing.
Yeah, he won't.
Melania is a victim in this.
Yes.
No one's even looking at that. You listen to this, and those on the left are probably saying, oh, Trump, as you point out, Trump has said some stuff. So they look at they frame it only in that respect, not Melania.
Yeah.
I mean, she's an innocent victim in this.
And they would,
it's terrible.
And they would find something else to excuse.
How about Barron?
Yeah.
He's a 10-year-old who's they're talking like that about his mother.
Yeah. Yeah. But Dana, this applies to all conservative Republican women, correct? I mean, they will find one reason.
Really not to that extent, but yes, I do think that the feminists pick and choose who they decide to defend, and you don't see the outcry. It actually would behoove them to do it, because I actually think that Melania Trump is one of the most interesting people of the administration, and I think that her platform, when she decides on what that will be, I mean, she already... like you saw in the video that you showed, she's very interested in children being able to read, and she was reading one of the Dr. Seuss books. So there's the literacy piece. There's a lot of different things that she's going to be able to do to bring attention to that the feminists will probably agree with.
Right.
And so why not take a chance to defend her as they would any other woman? Just because she's Donald Trump's wife doesn't mean this is acceptable.
Because it's personal.
Can we just say, and you could do it in your monologue, but he owes her an apology, like a public apology, not just a Twitter, I take it back.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What should the Secret Service do, Kimberly? It's an actual threat. I mean, pimping her out?
Kill them.
Yes.
No, I would think it would be fantastic if Snoop and wannabe Snoop got a visit from like the federal marshals, and let's see how tough and gangster they are then. Honestly, this is horrible behavior. You're 100% right. You nailed it. What a double standard. This would never fly. It would be outrage all over the place if somebody said this, God forbid, about Michelle Obama. To me, it's so offensive. Like, what did Melania Trump ever to do with any of these people?
Yes. Just that she's married to Donald Trump.
And say basically they're going to make her like a prostitute. The whole thing is so
that they would say that about any woman is
that's
disgusting.
my point. Like, about anybody.
Yeah.
So that's the worst. I mean, both of them.
My theory, Juan, is
must
that
run in their family.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Can you believe that?
Should they be killed?
They should be killed.
They should be killed.
It's like, what?
How are they going to...
How should the Secret Service react?
She said...
They should be killed.
She said Snoop Dogg and... what'd she say? Baby Snoop Dogg?
Baby Snoop.
She didn't say...
However she said.
She said some shit like that.
We heard it earlier.
Snoop,
yeah.
Nephew Snoop Dogg.
baby pup.
Yeah. Pup Scrappy Doo. See what they says when
she tried to make a joke.
Yeah, she did try to make
a joke out of it.
It was kind of an informed joke though, because he kind of was like a little baby Snoop.
He is.
He definitely little
was.
Bow Wow. You know what I'm saying? He came up on his Snoop.
Was.
She kind of was informed with her shit, but still, it was like
she understood what she was talking about, but she went far to say they should be killed.
Yeah, she's
the fuck.
They should be killed. Come on.
When you threaten a president, The Secret Service should kill you.
Nobody said shit to.
I know, right? What the fuck? Like, kill you? Like, what happened to due process?
Get some U.S. Marshals in your fucking face. You all should die.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro. It's
crazy.
America.
Hey, that's Fox News right there. That's
right.
That paints that picture.
Oh no! Shout out to Snoop. Shout out to Bow Wow.
Shout out
to Fox News.
Shout out to
the Secret Service. Did you hear about it?
Shout out to fake news.
Did you hear about the Secret Service losing the fucking laptop?
No.
So somebody's Secret Service got his laptop stolen. Oh, this motherfucker's got like the layouts to like the Trump Tower and like blueprints. Oh shit! Got like serious shit on there.
Russia is enjoying going through all the documents.
Goddamn WikiLeaks.
Yeah. Wow, got him.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, somebody stole their fucking laptop. Y'all can look this up. Secret Service got their laptop stolen. It's got all the
There's everything, all the layouts.
Yeah. Somebody's getting killed.
Wow.
Listen.
They're talking about killing Snoop and Bow.
Fucking, Olympus is falling in this motherfucker, dog. But,
when Donald Trump is the president.
Olympus is fucking falling.
It was falling when he was inaugurated in.
Shout out to the Secret Service out here, you know what I'm saying, getting down and dirty with the suits.
Killing people, obviously. On the sneak.
Killing people, fucking. But they're dressed to impress, you know what I'm saying?
To impress, yeah.
And they're not uncomfortable about any of this.
Yeah. Running in their dress shoes. Slipping in their dress shoes, hitting corners. Got their track shoe traction on the bottom.
Right. While we kind of talked about a little bit about politics, your boy Speaker Ryan, your bizoy.
That is not my boy.
That's nobody's boy, bruh. He's out here trying to drug test people for unemployment.
Fuck him.
But I'm just trying to figure out why do people need to get drug tested? I'm trying to look at it from their perspective. All right. So you want to test people for drugs. So they don't get unemployment, which forces them to get a job? So they can't come. What is it? What's the purpose?
It's not going to work.
Is it to? And by the way, he's drafting up a bill to where the states have control over this. So
because they have to get a job, but they smoke or some shit. You know, fail a piss test, and they're just not going to get a job.
Right. But his name
it's unemployment.
But unemployment though. Should the government continue to pay for you?
You smoke weed.
Here's the fucked thing about it. When you were working,
yeah,
you paid into the taxes and you smoked weed, and now you can't get that money back.
Can't get that money back, yeah.
Yeah. The fuck, man?
Can't give it back to you.
Shout out to Speaker Ryan.
Little bitch.
Dog.
Little bitch.
I just don't know if it's gonna.
He ain't Bruh Nem. Yeah. He is not Bruh Nem.
He's not Bruh Nem. You know what I'm saying? He not Bruh Nem.
Not at all.
Not Bruh Nem. Little bitch Nem. You know what I'm saying?
Little bitch Nem.
Little hoe Nem.
Little hoe Nem.
Yeah. Little trick Nem. You know what I'm saying?
Little slut Nem.
Yeah, but I mean,
fuckboy Nem.
Yeah, a little fuckboy Nem. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but like, I don't know. I just don't feel like he's trying to help anybody. I feel like he's just gonna push. Just gets hurting people.
It's hurting people more than anything.
Yeah.
And, you know,
especially because weed is legal in a lot of states.
Exactly.
And some of those jobs won't drug test you. You know what I'm saying? Unless there's an issue that happens at the job where maybe you hurt somebody, you get hurt.
Hurt yourself, somebody.
Then we'll drug test you or whatever and then say, okay, I'm not liable for this accident.
You had marijuana in your system.
Right. Or you had alcohol in your system, whatever. Cocaine or some shit like that, right? But
you're on acid right now. You're not.
Could you imagine driving a forklift in a warehouse on fucking acid? Yeah. Jesus Christ!
There will no longer be a warehouse when you're done. That shit. What?
You got the forks out. You just
driving
through the warehouse, bro. But you cutting all the corners neat and shit. Like, yeah, bitch, I can do this. You're
not fucking around. Yeah, you're like, doing good.
You cold as fuck.
You got it down pat.
Paul Walker and shit.
Everything looks so fucking scary that you trying to dodge it and you ain't hitting it. You're doing good. Like, oh, this shit looks like
doing donuts.
It looks like I'm in hell. Fuck this shit.
You're in fucking Lowe's on acid.
Looks like arms are coming out of each thing, so you're like, I ain't touching that. I ain't getting close to that. I'm swinging this bitch right.
Swinging, man. But like, I don't know. I just feel like Speaker Ryan got to chill with that shit. He's not helping anybody, y'all. I just want y'all to know, whoever voted for this motherfucker in there, he doesn't give a fuck about y'all, bro.
He's going about the wrong issues. Do something that's a real issue. Try to solve something that's a problem, a real issue.
He wants to put this shit up so the states have control over this, right? They can make the decisions. They want to leave everything up to the states, which is fine. I get it, but it's gonna end up costing states a lot of money because what people don't realize is drug tests cost money. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of money.
It costs a lot of money. So who's gonna have to foot that bill? So you're basically replacing. Okay, so say for instance you smoke weed, all right?
No. Of course,
you're on unemployment, and they test you. They say we're not going to give
right now.
We're not going to give you unemployment, right? But here's the thing, though: you got to spend money on the drug test, all right, to do that shit. So you're basically replacing giving money out to people that may need it with to tax to people. You know what I'm saying? So they can pay for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Drug test.
You're paying for the drug test, dog. So it's going to cost the states money.
And it ain't no little box drug test that you buy from Walgreens
they got some cheap ones out there.
Yeah, they got cheap ones.
the cheap mouth swabs.
They're not buying that. They're getting that legit. Go to a lab.
Yeah, that costs money.
That costs money. You know what I'm saying?
It's good for jobs.
Those people ain't working for free. You know what I'm saying? They're not working for free. People working in the lab.
True story. One of my homeboys, I ain't gonna say his name on here, needed clean piss so he could get a job. So he fucking.
It wasn't me.
I peed in the cup for him. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't smoking anymore. I got pretty clean piss. You know what I'm saying?
People gonna think it's me.
So, no, I know, right?
It really wasn't.
It really wasn't him, man. But what ended up happening was, it's pretty fucked up. So we were afraid of whether or not the piss was going to be warm enough, right?
Yeah.
So I came with the idea. I was like, well, why don't you just put it in the microwave for like a little bit? So he puts it in there for like 10 seconds, then like another 10 seconds, another 10 seconds. All right, cool. I was all right, now put it by your nuts and then, go.
Yeah. I think putting it by your nuts already would have warmed it up enough.
It would have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hindsight of 2020. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But so he fucking goes and he says the woman is testing his shit, and then she starts laughing. She's like, Cheryl, come here. Look at this shit. Come here, Cheryl. Look at this piss. Look, it is off the chart. Oh, this shit is too hot. This ain't come out, boy. Where you get this hot ass piss from? It is hot. It was burning hot.
Ain't nobody pissing fire.
Yeah, nobody pissing fire.
Nobody pissing dragon piss.
You like 200 fucking degrees? Like, what the fuck?
You came out of a hot kettle.
True story, man. Yeah, so just saying. If
I feel bad for that.
Speaker Paul Ryan does this, wow. You're just creating this type of situation for people.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna get around that shit. You know what I'm saying? But what's really interesting is how come they don't drug test Congress?
Oh, they don't.
Right? Like, everybody in Congress needs to be drug tested. You know what I'm saying?
We're better than that.
We pay everybody. We pay everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody gotta take it.
Yeah. Everybody's gotta get it. Yeah, shout out to, listen, somebody just walked up in our podcast session.
Applause.
Yeah. Live from the studio audience. All right. Please go. We're having a important conversation here.
This is real deal.
It's the politics section.
This is real deal holy.
It's real deal holy. But no, for real though.
As I smoke my weed,
Congress should be fucking tested. No joke. Because there's probably some motherfuckers that do coke. They probably do fucking weed. They probably do whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever. They fucking pop pills. You know, some barbiturates. You know what I'm saying? They're doing all that shit.
Opiates.
They
doing the hard shit.
They're doing all that shit.
Synthetic heroin. Give me that Oxycontin.
Motherfuckers out there smoking spice.
Yeah. Yeah, they got too.
Yeah, they do shit. Definitely. Yeah. You know, they don't like.
They probably do way harder shit than the people because they can afford it.
There's no way that everyone that's in politics is clean.
Oh hell no.
Fuck no.
Yeah. So if you're gonna make that shit a bill, then we need to. You know what we really need to do with these politicians, bro? And I forget which country.
You can fuck them up, really.
No, we do. You know what country? I forget what country it was. This happened probably about 3 years ago, where they would take the politicians and they would like the politicians would be walking out of a building and people just come and they take them and they dump them in the fucking trash can.
Raid, grab them, pick
them up. They would just pick them up and just dump them in a fucking garbage can.
Dumpster and shit.
Yeah, that's what we got to do to the politicians, bro. You know what I'm saying?
On a day to day.
Don't hurt them. You know what I'm saying? Don't fucking attack him. Don't try to punch him in the face. Pick him up and put him in the fucking garbage can.
Don't chunk him in there like heave ho, throw him, break their arm trying to catch themselves. Yeah. Lay him in a trash can. Yeah. Put them in a trash can.
They all don't get Secret Service, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. They don't all have them killers.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we gotta put them in the fucking trash cans. We gotta put Speaker Ryan deserves to go into the fucking trash can, yo. You know what I'm saying?
He does. Face first.
Yeah. Oh shit. God damn.
After someone just threw up in that motherfucker.
Shit.
Somebody make sure his mouth stay open.
God damn.
I got gruesome. Fuck him. Like,
yeah, man. Fuck Speaker Ryan, man. I never had love for this dude, bro.
I got bad with it.
I'm a Netflixer. I watched Iron Fist finally.
You finally watched it because we were talking about that on the last podcast.
I think it was.
I think it was the last one. We were talking about that where we were like, it had a 0 at one point, then it was up to 13.
Yeah, 16,
16, some shit.
I think it's up to like 17 now.
17.
Yeah.
What is your take now that you watched a good amount? So what is your take? How do you rate it compared to the other shows that did so well?
Yeah.
Through Rotten Tomato, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They did so well, and with the critics, how does it compare to that? Like, is their criticism well said, or are they fucked up? They don't know what they're talking about.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. It's nowhere near as bad as everybody's making it out to be.
Okay,
but there's definitely some flaws with
compared to the other ones.
It's definitely the weaker of the four. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But not because of this whole the whole white savior, you know what I'm saying, idea. You know what I'm saying? The whole white savior idea is just not, it's just not that bad. Like that, to me, let's be real, like you look at the original source material, it's a white guy, he comes back, he's a white guy playing a white guy, the end of the story. Of course, the story itself, you may be upset with because it's like the white savior, but you shouldn't be mad at the actor that's playing the white guy or whatever.
Based off of a comic.
Based off the comic.
It's
actually sticking to
the way
the
that
source
it
material.
is written.
Right. Yeah. So
you can't get mad at that.
No, you can't get mad at
Why would you get mad at that?
No. But I will say that lip tarts gotta chill.
They do.
They gotta chill. They gotta chill with this one. But one thing I do like, I'm gonna tell you what I don't like. Some of the acting is kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Some of the choreography could be a lot better. You know what I'm saying? The pilot episode is probably just pure shit. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, it was pure shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. The first episode.
That's what's so bad about it, because that's what really when you watch a pilot,
right?
That's what's supposed to make or break the show for you. It's am I gonna invest my time to watch the rest of this or not? So if you shit on the fucking pilot,
those fight scenes were like,
lame.
The first pilot episode, the couple of like moves he did was so like just like robotic.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I was really upset with it. I was like, what the fuck is this show gonna be like this? But it ended up getting better. The choreography got better. There was some better scenes. You know what I'm saying? And I think it really was like the pilot. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. But overall, it's just not nowhere near as bad as what everybody's saying. Yeah. What all the lip tarts are saying anyways.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, could be better though.
All right. So people, tune in and make your own decision. You know what I'm saying? See if you like it. Definitely check it out. Especially if you kept up with the rest. You probably already checked it out.
Right.
But check it out if you haven't.
Yeah.
Don't listen to everybody else. Have your own opinion.
Right.
You have your own brain, so have your own opinion.
Yeah.
I watched the show myself. The first 2 episodes.
Did you? You fucking lied.
No, not Netflix.
Oh, okay. I was about to be like,
Netflix.
when the fuck did you get Netflix?
I watched Legion.
Oh.
The new X-Men.
Was that good?
Let me talk to you about it. You didn't even know I watched it.
Yeah.
Bringing this out.
I've been hearing some.
Field.
I heard the first episode wasn't really that great.
It was kind of like, it'll take you forward, bring you a little back. It was a little everywhere.
Yeah.
But I liked how they did it, personally. You know,
but a lot of shows do that now.
For an X-Men related type thing, you're kind of like, okay, I want to see some battles. I want to see some powers being used, shit like that. You get that, through little, spoiler alert, little scenes, you know what I'm saying? Little snippets like flashbacks. He's thinking of it. Right. Because the way the scenarios, I ain't going to ruin it for you.
They're building it up.
They're building it up, you know what I'm saying? But the end of the first episode, the pilot, you know what I'm saying? they bring it in. You know what I'm saying? You get what you wanted.
Right.
They could have did better with the, I guess, the effects. I don't know what the budget is.
It's TV, bro.
But it's TV, exactly. Mm-hmm. For what it is, I liked it because I know it's TV, and obviously the budget ain't gonna be X-Men movie budget. You know, they're gonna have that.
It's gonna be like how fucking.
It's gonna have like any other TV
what's that show that they had, Heroes?
Yeah, it's gonna be like that.
Right.
So that's what you got, but I was excited personally watching it once they brought all that in, and then you kind of, it's like, oh yeah, okay, it's coming together. Yeah. Now things are falling in place. Yeah, I'm on the brink of saying things, and I'm like, I don't want to ruin it. So yeah, I'm not going to ruin it. I want you to tune into that because I liked it. Definitely for a show that is going to give us our feeding, or you know, like our need for X-Men something. Because we're not going to get no more X-Men movies.
They should have been did X-Men as a TV show.
Yeah, they said they're not doing it as a movie anymore. Now that they're done with it, they're going to focus on the show as X-Men. Yeah, so that's it.
Because when you watch
Deadpool
Heroes,
might get it. But that's it.
When you watch Heroes, that was pretty much like X-Men.
Pretty much.
It was pretty much X-Men.
They had powers.
Yeah.
There was no Professor X. That's the only thing.
Yeah. There was that. That's pretty much it.
But we don't have a Professor X in the show either. It's different. It's not based off of the shows in any way. You know what I'm saying? Right. These are not characters from the shows or anything. Like, they may have powers from people that you may have seen on the show, something like that, but still. Yeah. It's completely different.
So the lower rate X-Men.
Exactly.
Kind of like the Defenders are going to be like lower rate Avengers.
Exactly. Yeah. Pretty much.
Same shit.
I definitely enjoyed it. Right. You know what I'm saying? I watched the second episode. I liked it. Yeah. It brought the story on more. I got it on demand, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to, actually not on demand, I got it on my DVR, so I'm going to watch, you know what I'm saying? I'm like maybe I think like 3 episodes behind, so still going to catch up, watch some more, and then keep y'all updated, let y'all know if it's definitely worth watching. Cause
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah. It definitely was good. You know what I'm saying? I like it.
Yeah. So, have you heard about this Matrix reboot?
Yes, I have. But I was a little disappointed because at first I heard it was a part 4 with Keanu Reeves.
So you want a sequel?
No,
but you don't want a reboot.
Well, you're talking about like the 4th installment. Yeah. I actually.
So you want a continuation?
I'd rather have a continuation.
You know what though? I don't even know if we need another Matrix.
Oh, I don't think we do at all. But I'd rather have a new one, not a reboot. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we need one at all either. Yeah, at all. I don't think we need it. But if they were gonna do anything to do with the Matrix, it'd have to be a part 4 to me. You know what I'm saying? If they're gonna do anything, like you can't come and reboot a movie that's only how old is this movie?
But the first one came out in 1999.
Like it's not even 20 years.
It's not even 20 years.
It's not even.
But it'll
20
probably
years.
come out at the 20-year mark.
You can watch those movies now, and they're up to speed with effects and how things, because they were like kind of the beginning of some of how
they did. They started that shit. They started the whole bullet. The slow time,
the spin, the camera moving while everything's moving in slow motion. I mean, they started that. So you can watch that and still enjoy it. It's not outdated in any fucking way. Right. You can just fucking re-release the movie in theaters, 20th edition in 2 years.
Listen,
that's all you had to do. 2 years, wait 2 more years, 20th edition. We're gonna we're gonna put it out for theaters one more time.
So you don't like Michael B. Jordan as Neo?
I actually like that they do that. Right. Because the original Neo was supposed to be Will Smith.
Right.
So they're actually going back to where
he turned it down.
Yeah, he was doing another movie. Yeah. He had to turn it down, I think. Yeah. I think he had to.
No, he turned it down for like Wild Wild West or something.
Well, because he was already invested in that.
What happened was
soundtrack and all. He wasn't going to do a soundtrack.
When they asked him why he turned down, he turned down a couple of movies that ended up being like pretty
big hits,
pretty
he
big.
Had his wife in the movie.
He did have his wife, but he did movies that he thought would be bigger.
Oh yeah,
he was trying to take on roles where there were normally white characters that played the roles. He was trying to
just him be the character.
And Wild Wild West was originally for Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
imagine that. Imagine Will Smith did Neo and Tom Cruise that, and then who knows what Keanu would have been doing?
Yeah, what the fuck would he have been doing? He would have been doing Bill and
Ted. What movie? It has to be a triangle. What movie did in that time that Tom Cruise did. The movie that Tom Cruise did, that would have been Keanu Reeves.
It probably wasn't the Mission Impossibles. God damn.
It would have been Keanu Reeves. Yeah. Keanu Reeves would have been in that French or some shit like that.
You gotta make go full circle.
Like, you gotta do the whole
Keanu
triangle.
Reeves,
The Bermuda Triangle on that ass. You know, they all gotta change.
All these movies would
alternate
be so
reality.
trash.
Alternate reality. That's what that.
Well,
Wild West ended up being trash.
Yeah, it did. Side note, there was one thing that came out of Wild Wild West that made it into Scary Movie. Do you remember Wild Wild West?
That made it in Scary Movie.
It made it into Scary Movie too. You remember Wild West? You probably don't remember this, but Will Smith was talking to the guy in the wheelchair.
I've seen it a few times.
He was talking to the guy in the wheelchair, and they were making the jokes back and forth.
Yeah,
and he was like, "Oh, welcome. Nice of you to add a little color to the room to this evening."
A standing ovation.
Yeah, they got all that whole little joke.
Yes,
with
that whole scene went to. You're right.
Why don't you give me a hand? Yeah, all that shit came from Wild Wild West. Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
They spoofed that shit. I didn't even think about
I know,
that.
bro. I'm on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I never thought about that.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a good one.
Nah, but
it's a good one.
How about
fun fact?
A Matrix prequel with Michael B. Jordan starring as a young Morpheus.
That make more sense.
Like an origin story for Morpheus.
That'd make more sense. I love how you think.
Yeah. That's what people are saying. That would probably be a little bit more interesting. The origin story for Morpheus?
Way better. I mean, how... And end it to where, not necessarily end it on that note, but build it up to where he was searching for the one to where, it ends to where, Morpheus evolves to... Maybe even in the final installment, evolve it to be like
and I meet Carrie-Ann Moss and
show
Trinity.
him at the end, like show him as Lawrence Fishburne, and like on his search for Neo or some shit, and that's it.
Right when he pops up in the room with the pills,
some shit like that. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Hey, cut me the check. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be dope.
Cut me the check.
That'd be dope.
Nah, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think that the way that they did Creed was dope because it was like a handoff. You know what I'm saying?
It was the Rocky story.
It was the Rocky story
for Apollo Creed's son.
Right, but it was like passing the torch.
Exactly.
That's the right way to do like the continuation, the reboot, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That's the right way to do that shit.
Well, they definitely have to have some characters from the original to do that. To kind of hand off the torch.
Who are you gonna have, Mr. Anderson? Not Mr. Anderson. Fucking
Mr. Anderson.
Agent Smith. You gonna have Agent Smith?
He probably looked the same the whole time. He probably make the most
sense
because
the fucking same for
he'll
the past
always
20
look
years.
and he'll always. The thing is, in the Matrix, being what he is, being an agent and everything, he wouldn't age. He wouldn't change. Yeah. He'd make the most sense to actually be there,
unless he gained weight.
in the real world,
he gains weight.
Then you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that shit.
But I'm just saying, if anyone was to come back and play a part, obviously the other people are from a different time.
Right.
He'd be the only one that is set in, you know what I'm saying, and forever will look and be the same. Hey. And could always be in the same.
Shouts out to Michael B. Jordan, though.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
He's making moves.
Yeah, what's real crazy? We're talking about Chronicle, the last podcast. I went to go watch a couple of those scenes on YouTube and shit.
It's just dope.
Yeah, it was a dope ass movie.
You saw the move in the car one?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, we like, check this out.
And I seen when fucking whatever his name was turned to a bitch, turned to a straight bitch in the sky and killed Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, when he was all crying.
Yeah.
Crying about
rage.
You're not my friend.
He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? We've been hanging out for the past 10 months.
Yeah.
Every fucking
learning
day.
Our powers. We share this bond.
That was a teen movie. Definitely about teen angst. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Out of here. Yeah, man, we're going to wrap this up. But before we wrap this up, you was telling me about getting lit in Target. You know what I'm saying?
No, well, yeah. We can tell you about that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
There was something, it's on the internet. They're saying that, Target is possibly, or is in the works of possibly letting you drink while you shop.
Yeah.
Like they already have some. They sell sell wine in some Targets already.
This is a way for you to spend money that you don't need to spend.
Exactly. Possibly their angle. That's possibly their angle.
Could you imagine the drunk people that's going to show up in Target?
Because some Targets they already sell wine and shit, and you can chill in the cafe area, just sip some wine, and then go do your shopping.
What Target is this at?
I don't know. It's somewhere. Not here. It's not here. definitely, but
Definitely not here.
But they have them in different places, but now they're trying to set it like maybe still in different places, not everywhere. Still,
man, they're gonna have so many fucking.
They probably still won't be everywhere, but they're gonna have some locations where you can drink while you shop.
What's a better experience? Drunk shopping at Target or drunk shopping at Walmart?
Man,
and you both get to use the little electric cart that you ride in.
Wow.
Yeah. Which one is better?
Man, it's a tough one.
It's got to be Target because I fucking hate seeing people in Walmart that I fucking know.
Yeah,
and I don't want to see them drunk in my fucking electric cart.
I personally get a lot more of my like Blu-ray movies or like I get a lot of those like Target editions. Target editions. I go out there and get I'll make that little trip because it's not here. We got to go to Heights. It used to be here, but
I mean Target is already a better shopping experience.
Definitely is
than Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
Better logo. Yeah. Yeah. To me, it's just better.
They got a lot of deals.
Walmart's like, you just see too many.
Walmart's like it's a necessary fucking evil.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
It's a necessary evil. I don't care what nobody says, but
you end up being in Walmart at some point.
Yeah, like once
even when you're like, I'd rather go to I like Target, but you end up going to Walmart.
Yeah, you do
at some point
because there's so many of them.
You're just like,
there's only one Target in this whole fucking vicinity, bro, and like a 20-mile radius around the city. There's only one Target.
One Target.
There's like 8 fucking Walmarts. You know what I'm saying? In the same radius.
And I wouldn't doubt they build more.
They're gonna build more.
Gonna build more.
We got maybe 3 HPs.
You got the corner Walmart now. Like the friendly one, the one that
the neighborhood.
There you go.
Yeah,
neighborhood Walmart. And
I actually like going to those because
it's actually a little bit. It's bigger than the one that's not a neighborhood one.
You say it's bigger?
It's bigger.
No, it's not
bigger.
It is. No, they're not, bro.
But the set up shit different.
No, it's just that in there it's just straight groceries.
More,
and shit you need it's just real like your basic
they have a lot. No, they have a lot of the other shit too.
I haven't seen like DVDs or shit like that.
No, they have that section. They do
which neighborhood Walmart you going to?
Stan Schluter. Go over there.
That's not a neighborhood.
Yeah, it is.
You talking about the one further up on Stan Schluter?
Not the one right there by Will Spring Elementary. That's
a full Walmart, bro.
It's a full. Well, it's bigger than
That's a full Walmart.
I could have sworn they said that they're making a neighborhood one and they made it right there.
No. They made a neighborhood one on Clear Creek by Shoemaker by the dollar store.
They have a Walmart there.
There's a little Walmart there, bro. Yeah,
now that's a neighborhood.
Just go up in there and you'll be like, you know what? I'm like, if I had a choice, I would shop there rather than shopping in the big Walmart because
this whole time I thought that other one was a neighborhood one. I was like, how's the neighborhood one bigger than the other one? I was like, this don't make no sense.
The Walmart is bigger. It's like you know the reason they make those? They're trying to compete with like the dollar stores and the Family Dollars and Dollar Generals and all that. No. They're trying to compete with those because people, even though the prices are a little bit higher there, people rather go there because they don't have to spend all fucking day in the store to get it. Just think about when you'll get some milk. Where do they put the fucking milk at? In a Walmart Supercenter.
Oh, in the back.
In the very fucking back. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get up there, there's a line out the fucking ass.
I just wanted milk.
And there's 2 cashiers for like 600 fucking people.
You ain't lying.
You know what I'm saying?
They have all those registers and nobody working.
You go to Dollar General, you get that shit in like
Target,
2 minutes.
They have every aisle. No, not every aisle, but they got a lot of aisles open compared to Walmart. Walmart got them like 2 aisles. You're like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, where the fuck are your employees?
Right.
You see them walking around mostly.
Right.
So, like, put them on the register.
I don't know why. Listen, y'all, we got somebody else in the room. You know, they literally been like getting on my fucking nerves. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man.
Nah, really. One more thing. We were talking about this on the last podcast about the Mayweather and Conor McGregor.
Is that happening? It's happening for real.
It looks like it's getting closer and closer.
Tell you, it's going down.
Like they said, they're like close to signing. Like and like things are being rented out. They're really pushing. Mayweather wants it for June. I think McGregor wanted it for September, maybe or something like that. But Mayweather wants it for June. Figure it out, and some shit like that. But I know. I wouldn't mind. I want to see it. A lot of people are talking about it, and even Dana White was saying from UFC, he was saying that he's like, it's probably gonna happen. This is probably gonna happen. It's a lot of money involved Why
people have been wanting this to happen for a while.
Why wouldn't it happen?
Yeah.
And the people want it, exactly.
They want the boxing UFC clash to happen.
We've seen it in a different scale, where boxers have come to MMA and try to become MMA fighters, and they fail.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? MMA person takes them down.
Or wrestlers came in and
they just
took an L too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Take them down, and they really don't know how to defend.
You remember Ken
jiu-jitsu
Shamrock
and shit like that?
Ken Shamrock, you remember him?
Yeah.
Remember he came from the UFC, I think?
Yeah.
When the UFC was like a baby?
Mm-hmm.
He came from there to wrestling, yeah. I remember that shit.
It was actually, Yeah.
That was my first, who is he? Like, UFC. And I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. And now look at this shit. It's worldwide phenomenon.
Ultimate fighting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, shit changes, man. You know what I'm saying?
That shit.
We gonna roll up out of here, though, man. We appreciate everybody that's been listening to the podcast.
Trillions.
Man. That's right. Shout out to the trillions.
Shout out to all you.
Make sure you hit us up, TrillMag.com, TrillMag.com/truthbetold. Listen to the podcast. We're on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, pretty much everywhere you can listen to podcasts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and make sure you go to TrillMag.com/podweb. Find out about how to get a podcast website. And use the offer code HOSTME.
HOSTME.
Get $10 off a month for life. Yeah, can't beat that.
For life.
Right.
Can't beat it.
Yes, we're going to roll out, man.
We appreciate you.
Deuces, know what I'm saying?
No back.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to the Truth Be Told podcast. Be sure to subscribe and log on to Trillmatic.com for the latest in underground music, film, fashion, and more.